What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Happy late evening. um, I first want to say I'm honored that any of you are here at this hour. This is not supposed to be, or it's not what I planned. Um, I, whenever I got in earlier today, um, I kind of thought, well, I probably won't be doing a live stream right away. But then time went on and other things got in my way, uh, phone calls as well. And so I got lazy. And then when we were on earlier was right about the time that I was gonna get up and do a stream from my PC on this channel. But the whisper said, well, just see if you could do it on this channel or on your tablet. But it already told me you can't. So I just thought, well, I'll try. And then when it was through, I'm like, well, I guess I can. So I was just going to do a test, and I didn't really know where it was going to go from there. But I think what I want to say is, while I still don't think this isn't the desired hour, um, what are you going to do? You know? And alas, it's my first real live stream really on this channel besides the other one we did before, when I did my from my PC with my webcam. This is way more comfortable for me because this is what I'm used to using this mostly, and alas, um, it's just better. It's easier, it's just better. So um, time management is so important to me. So if it's we're here now, I can just do it now, and then I can have more options for Saturday and Sunday as far as what I want to do and things like that. I'm stalling y'all because I'm worrying with myself about whether or not I want to turn off this air. I think I'm turning it off. There are a lot of people that in my perfect dream, would be here right now. You can't do everything, and you can't have it all. I'm clear about that. Um, Let me see who came back. My queen Shiro. Uh, Wait, I'm way down. Chocolate Rhythm. Hey, did you go and do the Instagram? I haven't. I didn't look over there yet. Betsy, thank you for coming back. Cheryl, good evening. Sweet D. Oh, I gotta fix y'all. Cheryl, I gotta add you as a moderator. And D. Um, Original Jewess, good evening. Good to see you, Queen. Um, yeah, I think that's everybody, right? And we need everybody to thumbs up the stream. Just take a minute and smash the like button, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. It's too late to be fighting. So just thumbs up. Let's see, what can I unplug? Thumbs up, everybody. Hit the like button. Thumbs up, like, whatever whatever term you like. Hit the thumbs up. Or go away, please. Okay, one person went away, thankfully. One more holdout. Waiting on you. Waiting on one trifling person who doesn't understand that I'm a man of unity. I'm waiting. We'll just wait. Got two people, one person. Finally. You know, until I die, until we all die, till Black people no longer exist, you're never going to understand the value and the power of unity. You know, I think for some of you, it's a game because you don't understand anything, but you don't understand the context of the atmosphere in which you exist as an African person. Unity should be automatic, and cooperation should just be automatic. Should just be automatic. I tell you a million times, I always tell you, even if my people can't become Muslim, if you could just adopt the way of life that we live by, all of our problems go away overnight. Literally. So at some point today, I could have been in the car. I don't know. But there was it was a video I think I was, and it was something Islamic, and I don't know if it was a commercial or what it was, but the brother said, "Oh, brothers, we have a new app. It's called One Path. It's an Islamic app. I'm a Muslim. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't need to. The brother said there's a wonderful Islamic app that the brothers have put together. Go and download it." He wasn't even done speaking and I was already downloading it. It's on my phone now. There it is. One Path. Right there. You see? If a Muslim sister, a brother, a family, the mosque, it doesn't matter. I can hear anything from any of my brothers and sisters, and we, not just me, we all immediately cooperate with that. Just immediately. You look at any of the Muslims who are here on YouTube or Instagram or any social media, mostly the Arab types, but you see they always will have huge numbers of followers and subscribers, and you know, anything they do, they get all the cooperation. Any fundraisers, if they do live streams, everybody's giving them a donation. It's just automatic. What is it about you? Because I don't add myself to this. What is it about you that you don't have that inclination? What is it? That's the $100 million question. Because if I'm sitting up here live on a Friday night at midnight somewhere across the country after 9 o'clock my time, and you can't, and I'm here live, you can't hit a fucking like button? No way in hell. We're gonna do, listen, we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna build a shopping center. Hey, there's some land we can buy to build a mall. Let's get a theater going. Let's do a college fund. Anything. You can't do it. That's why you will never have, you haven't, and you will never have anything. And this is probably precipitous of why when any of you gets any um economic gain or material gain, you keep it for yourself. Part of it is that you're just a selfish bitch to begin with, but the other part is that you may have some who aren't selfish bitches, but they've gone a lifetime with no support from their people on anything. Just if you stand outside the grocery store and say, man, look, I'm short on gas. Can you hand me a couple of dollars? They're still back at that. Now they make their millions. Fuck you. No, I ain't giving them shit. That's how they feel. There's got to be some population of what I just described out there. But here we are live. I'm a human being. I'm a real dude. I'm sitting right in front of you. And I just say, hit the thumbs up. And I got to sit here? Wow. 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 But you're happy to show up without anybody asking you for any drama. You know, if this video was Cardi B punches Nicki Minaj, I'd have a gazillion people watching. You'd be thumbsing up immediately. You're pathetic. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I am you, and I'm telling you you're pathetic. So if I'm telling you this, someone who has infinite love for our people, you can imagine what somebody thinks about you that don't give a fuck about you, that's not related to you. It begins with us, everybody. And you don't get the big things if you can't do the little shit. Everybody that came to Earth had to crawl before they could walk. Except me, I was an Olympic gold medalist doing a 100-meter dash. That's something else. That was, I don't want, but you don't. You have to crawl before you can walk. That's why there's stages. You see a copper penny on the ground. You pass that up, you'll never find the $20 bill. It won't happen. And if you first find the $20 bill and you don't share it or do something good with it, you will never get another one. That's for real. That's for real. But it's also why I set up this channel, because I don't need all the dead weight. One of the things I said to you when we were on earlier today or tonight, one of the requisites for this channel, because I'm new, is in order for me to have full capabilities as it relates to live streaming on this channel and quite frankly anything else, I need at least 1,000 subscribers. Well, I'm at nearly 3,500 or just over 3,400 on the other channel. Then people didn't just automatically come over here. Just, why did you subscribe to begin with? What are you here for? Did you just randomly press, you just go around YouTube just randomly pressing subscribe on shit? I mean, what? Tell me something. Educate me. Tell me. Tell me. Because if I follow you, I follow you. When I had my other channels shut down, 23,000 subscribers gone. Jedi Revolution and the Jedi. Why didn't those 23,000 people look for me? Why? 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 It's your fault that I'm here to share with you what I'm here to share with you. Took us forever, forever, forever to raise the money on the GoFundMe and the Cash App. Send the Jedi to Africa in 2020. We're almost done with 2021 or 2021. Now we're in a pandemic. I could have been gone maybe 6 months after I said it. Not because I hadn't raised the money, but because I needed to tidy up some things. But no. I'm dealing with a people who can't even hit the fucking thumbs up when you sit right in front of them live and say do it. Not like as if it was recorded video and that you're watching like weeks after I did it and I'm saying this and you just sitting there and on your fat ass doing nothing and you don't, but I'm live. I'm here with you right now. That testifies to why this has taken so long. It's very sad. It's very sad. Very sad. What I want to share with you, everybody, is I have spoken with all of you, or many of you, I should say, since our last live event. Which was videos. That one was 3 weeks ago. And then a week ago was when I put out the two-parter. And I was speculating on my logistics. And some of you I called and some of you called me. And I'm deeply grateful. And the last straw for me was the brother Edmund Kofi that I spoke to in Ghana, that one of my brothers, in fact, Ronaldo, had hooked me up with this other brother who works for the airline that I'm booked on. And he hooked me up with Edmund. And that was all over the place. Okay, fine. Then Evelyn, who's probably not here, shout out to you, Evelyn. You will see this, inshallah. Is actually in a relationship with a brother who lives in Ghana. And he actually lives in Temale, which is the northern part, which is where I eventually want to end up. So we reached out to him and that fell through. I think I shared with you the story about the brother in Gambia who turned out to be more of a nightmare than anything else. And I was still holding out the possibility of Morocco. But after speaking with my soul and my creator and many of you, and I think the thing that really kind of settled me Ronaldo kind of put me on the path because Ronaldo said, Jedi, you need to just go to Ghana. Like, because remember, I've got the whole, I'm going to Senegal. First, it was going to be Gambia. That fell through. So what? I don't have any reason why I hate Senegal. So fine, Senegal. Just anything without a visa. And when he and I spoke, um, in fact, Naldo called me because he had seen one of either the live stream or the last two-parter or both or whatever, and he was kind of concerned. And everybody that knows me knows that I've just been in a state of madness, you know, so much angst and nervous frustration. Then Kai and I spoke. And, you know, sometimes you need, it's like I've told you before, sometimes you need, whoever you are, you know, sometimes you need somebody who doesn't, either you, who's not you, most importantly. Um, Sometimes you need another, you need more eyes looking at things, you know. That's why even the first live stream that we did on this channel, when I did the webcam, I said, I need to know from you when I was ranting and screaming. I said, I need to know from you. Here's what my options are. What do you think? And this was that. And Kai reminded me, he took me back. You'll recall that when I first moved to this apartment back in 2017, I said to you, it really wore me out. It wore me out mentally, emotionally, and physically. I It was such a rush. Everything was going wrong. The apartment wasn't ready. The other landlord was ready for me to be out. I mean, it was a few, I didn't have anybody to help me. You know, people showed up last minute. I mean, it was the worst thing ever. I could, when I go back and look at probably my first videos from then, I just looked terrible. You know, I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't eating. But most of all, after the storm passed, I felt guilty because I had allowed myself to become overwhelmed. I had allowed myself to become overwhelmed. And I didn't remember to trust Allah, to let it go. Do your part and trust. I think I'm trusting. I am. But you weren't. You weren't, Jedi. You weren't trusting. And I said I would never let myself go there again. I made many prayers to Allah for forgiveness that I had failed the test. Because when you go through hardship, Allah is testing you as well. Will you be faithful through the trying times? Will you remember me when it's not so perfect? That's the test. I know that, but I'm also human. And I failed. And I said, I'm not going to fail this again. This whole ordeal I've allowed to take me back to the threshold of that place, just on the brink. But when I spoke with Kai, after talking to everybody else, I was clear. I know how I arrived here. Because at some point I had got myself to the point where I was saying, well, listen, if it wasn't for this damn pandemic, what would you be doing, Jedi? What would your movement be? I couldn't hear my own voice to even answer that. I was cognizant enough to at least ask myself the question, but either I couldn't answer it or I couldn't hear my answer. But when I spoke to Kai, Wallah, he will tell you, it was like it all became clear in a moment. In a moment, he reminded me, Jedi, offering a constructive and intellectual critique of my situation and my state of being. One of the things he said to me, he said, the years I've known you and the man I know you to be is you're someone who moves certainly, that you're firm about your movement. You're sure. That's me. I preach to you the whisper. It's never wrong. And without giving you, because we spoke for quite some time, but to give you the the most tangible pieces of this that helped me, when he said to me, or I should just say he reminded me that that's exactly who I am. I know that already, but that's also why I'm in the TIFF. So it's both and. But it allowed me to go back and understand for the first time, how did I get here? What's the pathology? Why am I in such a state? Even my relationship with Uncle has been uh, uh, neglectful at the very least. Because one of the other things I do when I'm highly stressed is kind of wall myself off, you know. Um, and I realized this. I had said to myself after I was upset with all of you that it had taken us so long on the damn fundraiser. Once we got into 2020 and we hadn't completed the fundraiser, which I was sure I'm not going nowhere until I've raised this damn money. So that I was firm about. I'm good with that. But after we got into 2020 and we hadn't reached the goal, I just said, well, it'll just be 2021. It'll just be 2021. Then the pandemic hit. And all I was thinking about was, how will this affect my travel? Then enter my sister, who, by the way, if you remind me, I'll tell you a story. I called her a week ago Monday, not this past Monday, but the Monday before. If you remind me, I'll tell you that. But that's where it all began. Because I was settled in that because we didn't finish the fundraiser until this year. And barely. So I had already thought, well, it'll just be 2022. If I couldn't get out in summer of 21, then it'll just be 22. That's where my original mind was. But enter my sister and the nightmare Nigerian dude that we never met and only spoke to on the phone. And it all goes back to her. that when she entered the picture, I went into rocket mode. Boom. Because she only has so much time. And this guy, I've told you guys the story about that dude. Don't make me do it, because don't make me do it. But for her, boom, I rushed and got my passport. You know what I went through with that and what that caused me. Literally, because of COVID, there was all these blackout days on the calendars for the post office. And boom, her hurrying us up, thinking there was going to be one outcome that wasn't, that put me into the rush. And I never slowed down. In that rush is when, during all of that, then is when we had the falling out, because she wants me to give an okay on somebody that I'm not really feeling right now because I don't have enough information and blah, blah, blah. But that came about in this rush. Now, when she drops out and I'm over her, because I saw that either way it goes, I'm just going to lose her. I don't care. I've tried. So, as I said to her, I said, well, then fine. I'm changing my plans back to what I originally planned. I'm going to Ghana. But now suddenly I have a ticket that I wouldn't have had already yet. But I don't really mind that so much. I'll just get it together. Now, even if it has to be an evacuation, fine. I'm not going to go through the 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 trouble or the nightmare of doing anything but putting my car in storage, because I'm supposed to hold on to that until death, until Allah says differently. But just take my important papers, a few little clothes, and walk out this bitch. That was the plan. Then I realize I'm just going to screw up my life even more. But not so much. On the two-parter, if you didn't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're not following me seriously, then you've got work to do. Because I can't tell everything. Otherwise, there's only a few that have videos. If I'm going to tell everything every time in every video, nobody does that. And I won't be. So I reference things and hope that you understand that you're up to speed on things. So when I showed you in the two-parter that there was Fauci, a picture of Fauci, no less, the article, Fauci floats the idea, or says he would be okay or something like that with the idea of mandatory shots for travel. And right behind him is not just some air traffic control tower or some random airport or just a random airplane. No, a Delta fucking airline. The very airline that I'm booked on. I said, this is a sign from Allah. It must be. As I said to Kai, I hear what you're saying. And I also was trying to help him to understand, and anybody that will hear me, that I have a spiritual. This is spiritual, so that I have to make sure that I don't go back to that place and fail the test like I did in 2017 when I moved here. That I'm mindful of my Lord, but also that I listen to the whisper and that I move purposefully. And I don't think I've been irrational. I think I've been very rational because everything that I have been confronted with are real scenarios, you know? As I'm sitting here now, there really could be an announcement saying, you got to get this damn thing in order to fly. But Naldo and Kai forced me to to answer this question. What is going to make you happiest? I didn't think about that because I'm in the race. So I'm not really thinking about that. You know, none of this has gone the way that I dreamed it going way back. But the answer to that question, I said, was for me to hear over the speaker, the pilot saying, ladies and gentlemen, uh, please bring your chairs, your seats up into the upright position. We're on final approach to Kotoka Airport in Ghana, West Africa. That gives me joy. That gives me joy. So, without dragging it out too much, but I'm trying to give you the parameters. And, oh, by the way, the clock is ticking. So, I don't have a lot of time to make a decision. That flight leaves on Tuesday at 12:55 from Los Angeles International Airport. So I called the airline. And I got a sister that had my birthday. And I was confronted with something else that I hadn't imagined. Because my flight is from LAX to JFK, JFK to Accra. Done. No Paris, no, there's another country that always comes up and it dawned on me, another level of stress. I don't know what their COVID policies are. I didn't have any reason to know because I'm going from LAX to JFK, from JFK to Accra, Ghana. So now this adds another layer. I'm telling you, Uncle will tell you, I was on the phone with that airline most of the day, quite frankly, because, you know, when you call, they tell you, your wait is going to be so much longer. And then but you can also push one to be in line and they'll call you back. And so that was supposed to be 45 minutes. It was longer than 45 minutes, but they did eventually call me. Kenya was the sister's name, ironically, that she would have the name of an African country, and I'm going through this whole debacle. That's my life. But so it was a nightmare to try to find something. I said, I need a flight that mirrors this flight. This one. I need to go from LAX to JFK, from JFK to Accra. And everything she was looking at, I'm going to have to come out the pocket with some more money. I said, can you just keep looking? And then she put me on hold. And in that moment, I centered myself. I said, don't go there. Just whatever she comes back and tells you, just roll with it. Whatever. As Kai and I were discussing, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but sometimes you can be, it's like somebody that's, let's say you trap someplace, or or maybe when you're little and somebody's bullying you that's gonna fight you or something, and you dodge them for so long, and at some point you just don't have it to dodge them anymore. You just can't be afraid no more. You just don't have it in you to be afraid anymore. Like literally, I can't. Just fine, come hit me, punch me. I can't run from you anymore. I can't. This is kind of that. I had found that place of let go. Just let go. I don't care. I don't care. And then Kenya came back on the phone and we went round and round. I was trying to move the flight out maybe 2 or 3 weeks, trying to allow time for any debacle with this Ghanaian visa. Everything she was coming back with was a nightmare. Either I'm going to have to go through a bunch of countries. One had me going to Seattle and then to Amsterdam and then to Paris and then to fucking Ghana. And I can't. And I'm also very particular about the type of aircraft that I like to be on. I don't want to be on the Dreamliner because you remember Trump just went ahead and let it back into service, or I don't know if it's still back in service. I don't remember. I don't want to be on it. And then she put me on hold again for something. I can't remember. And then the universe gave me this. When she came back on the phone, I said, you know what, Kenya? I said, just that's the flight I want. I have to go from LAX to JFK, JFK to Accra. Just search your system. Whatever you come back with, that's what I'll take. I don't care when it leaves. I don't care. That's the one I need. If you can get it inside of my flight cost, then fine. It doesn't have to be 3 weeks. Whatever you find, that's what that we'll do. We'll do that. She came back. She put me on hold again, and she came back, and I was gonna say my name. Obviously, she didn't say Jedi. She came back and she said, "Mr." Most of y'all know my name, yeah. um, because most of us on this damn channel are family, quite frankly. But she came back. She said, "Mr." I said, "Yes, I'm here." She says, "Well, I have good news and I have bad news." I said, "You know what, Kenya? There is no bad news." Like I was just over it. And she said, "Well, the good news is I was able to find that schedule. And oh, by the way, I'm leaving something out. I also learned that I wouldn't have been able to switch my ticket to Senegal or Gambia or Morocco. You could change it, but when you first go in and you click on my trips, or it might have been the first page after the COVID bullshit, I can't remember, but it lets you know that if you're changing your ticket, it still has to be, you still got to be going to the same place. I didn't know that. So for all of I'm going to Senegal, I'll just change my ticket to Senegal. And I found flights that went from LAX to JFK into Dakar. So she says, I found a schedule that goes from um, LAX to JFK into Accra. I said, is it still in my the price I paid? It came in just under $40 short of the full amount I've already spent. So it's like a almost $40 credit that I have. What am I gonna do with that? Anyways, she says I have that flight. I said, okay, that's fantastic. She says, but that one's not until March. After I threw myself through my bedroom window, I said, you know what, Kenya? That's fine. I says, but if we lock this in, I can still change it, right? She says, yeah, you can still change it. I said, well, then it could become available before then. She couldn't guarantee that. Like, if you live in a city and the bus runs at, you know, Main and First at 9 o'clock, it don't matter what day you show up. If it runs at 2 o'clock at Main and First, you just get to Main and First. Don't matter what month it's in, what day of the week it is, just Main and First at 2 o'clock, and that number bus will take you. So I don't understand why this isn't that. Like, I'm leaving on a Tuesday, so isn't there, whatever they do the rest of the week, isn't there always a Tuesday flight that goes from LAX to JFK to Ghana? Wouldn't there be? Like, I'm not a pilot, and I'm not this expert international traveler, but that just makes sense to me. So now my evil plan is to get my visa back, inshallah. Given everything that I went through to get my passport, I say this, I expect issues. There, I said it out loud, but I pray that there won't be, you know? And if there are, they can't be as bad as the passport. They just can't be. Because, the passport is US, which means it's the white devil. And the visa is of the country that you're going to. So it's not really the same standard, but it has its own tricks and turns, you know. But more than anything, this put me back into a state of, I can just think now. I can just think. I can think. I can at least think, you know. And I'm back in control in another way, because sometimes when you go into something without an expectation, that's when you get the most. So I expect this to be difficult, but at least I don't have to, like it was with my passport, where I'm calling people up and I'm like, you don't understand. My flight is scheduled for, what was it then? It was, I don't know what it was when we were going to Nigeria. Who cares? So I was under that time crunch, you know, and that was the case with the visa. I didn't want to be under that. That's why I wanted to just say, forget it. I'm going to a country that I don't need no visa. I don't need it. Then I can just get out. But now, knowing that that wasn't going to be possible, I know that. So I'm pursuing my Ghana visa, and the moment that I have that in hand, then I will seek because flights are changing all the time. I do know that, even from flying domestically. I just have faith that at that time, there's going to be something that's sooner. And I'm trusting Allah that there's not going to be any mandates for vaccines. That was the thing that was the most eating at me. And I thought this too. I thought, you know, my grandmother used to say, even before I knew this was part of my way of life in Islam, this wisdom had come from my grandmother. She used to always say it. If you trust the Lord for one thing, you trust him for all. She used to always say that. And I just thought, I'm trusting Allah to get me safely to Ghana. I have to trust him. I have to. I have to be careful. It may not be what I want, but I have to remind myself that it's best, because as I was saying during my conversation with Kai, like I live my life in the context of the last day, like the day of judgment. So almost everything that I do on the earth, I'm contemplating that. Like no matter what happens in this life, I can't fuck that up. Like I gotta get to paradise by the mercy of Allah. I have to get there. That's everything. It's why I live. It's why we all live, but some of us don't understand that. So in the context of my spiritual pursuit and my relationship with Allah, I have to pursue this path, knowing that there could be any miracle between then and now. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. You know, I think I made quite an impact on the embassy by now. I think I can't imagine they haven't discussed me, you know, I just feel like I've been discussed, you know, and I don't want to seem presumptuous. I mean that as a real statement. Like, I'll just give an example. When I had my foot surgery back in 2010, both my feet, my foot doctor is the one that told me that he and my physician, they talk about me over lunch. I'm kind of unforgettable. I just mean as a statement of my character, like not like I'm anything. I'm just trying to say, like, you know, I'm kind of unforgettable. And I apply that here, you know, especially the first time that I spoke with the lady Phoebe at the embassy. She was very mothering, and I didn't appreciate it because I just didn't really hear anything that doesn't equal here's your visa and you're ready to go. Like, so I couldn't really hear her, you know. I heard her, but I didn't really hear her. And You can't have everything in life, I'm sure about that. But while I was prepared to move heaven and earth to go to Senegal or the Gambia or Morocco or any place else, quite frankly, I even just learned that uh, is it Malaysia? Malaysia, which is a full Muslim country, you don't need a visa, you know. And alas, I think I can have it both ways because while the visa process is happening, if something else jumps off, like, because it occurred to me that I couldn't hear it in my panic, that if there's going to be a mandate, they would say something before, just like with the military. They were like, the military is going to have it in 30 days or in this particular time. All police officers are going to have, or all nurses are going to have. It wasn't just like, poof, have it today. So I didn't think about that. So I'm going to have both and while waiting for my visa. If I smell anything that I don't like, poof, I change my ticket to anything smoking and get out this bitch. What say you, my people? I'm out of Carmex too, y'all. No amount of licking is doing anything right now. I can't. Another shout out to Chocolate Rhythm and Betsy and Sweet D and my queen Shiro and Cheryl. Um, I don't understand this. Um, oh, that's not to me. Thank you, Queen. D, I noticed my wrench was gone, but it wasn't going to say, but I wasn't going to say anything. Because I didn't even think about him at all. It was Shiro who was like, yeah, you know, and I was like, yeah, there's nobody. I don't have any moderators on here because I didn't think about that at all. So I appreciate you, Queen, for that because I don't know if I would have ever thought of it. Um, how long have I been yakking? Chocolate Rhythm, Marcus Garvey, and all our other ancestors would be upset with us. It's so sad. I can't. All the work they did, and for us to not follow through. It's so true. You're supposed to work harder than the generation before you. You know, they can only accomplish so much in their arc, and you're supposed to pick up. We not. We just think we've arrived, and we're nowhere. Uh, wow. I didn't know you'd been here since I didn't, like I don't remember, like you all would be in a better position to know how long you've been with me. Like I don't, I just know people have been with me for a long time. I couldn't tell you how long though, so I appreciate you been with me since 2015, Cheryl. Um, okay, that's to Cheryl. Cheryl, Cheryl. Um, Cheryl, Jedi, Allah is making a way for you to depart to Ghana. He is working it out for you. And another thing that I don't know who because all these conversations are kind of one for me. Um, but I also had to remind myself, I know this, but I had to remind myself out loud. It's something I live by. It's one of the things that the divine has taught me as his student. When Allah gives you anything, he gives you all the pieces for that. The handbook, the instructions, the tools, all of it. You'll have it. You'll have it. And it really was crystallized for me when something Kai said. I said, brother, why am I bitching or something to that effect? I said, I have a ticket. I have a ticket in my hand. I have it. You know, like you can be so in the journey thinking about the next thing of anything that you can't, I was a precinct captain for Obama's first campaign. He was already the president and I was still stressing because I'm on a conference call. We're waiting for the next projection from CNN. I wasn't thinking, you're in California, bitch. You have 54 electoral votes. He's already won. I didn't know. I couldn't think. I'm too close to it. I'm still stressed. Oh my God. Oh my, but he already won. And I knew that, but I didn't know it. I didn't remember to know that because it's too close to it. So all these months and years, you know, it's a reality for me now. So chill, Jedi. It's still some bullshit because that can still be true, but chill, chill. Shiro King and all that on this live. Let's let our King know what he has done for us from the first time we ever heard his voice. Who's ready? Thank him for his intelligence and his work. Cheryl, thank you, Jedi, the King, thy kingdom. Shiro, me first. Thank you, Jedi King. First, you have allowed me to get and now have a relationship with the Father. Now I say, Subhanallah. I know I spelled it incompletely wrong. I know I spelled it completely wrong. You're everything from Allah. Chocolate Rhythm, we're going to figure this out. Someone has to help in Ghana. You are in Africa. By their words, since you're 2000, you automatically qualify for the right of abode, right? And I've done full videos on that. I'm glad you bring that because um, then they had the year of return, and what do we get? They've apportioned off the land. The 5,000 acres of land is there for us. It's there. They did it. So how are we supposed to get to it? You see what I'm saying? Like they just need to be like, look, you don't need no visa. And by the way, I think I could get into the country if I just went without it. But I did my jurisprudence to find out, can I get on that plane without my visa? I hear people that have been that say they have to show nothing. Then one of the people I spoke to at the airline said to me, you'll have to show it at LAX, because I said, well, not JFK, because that's when I'll be, JFK to Ghana. And he said, he was basically communicating that that doesn't matter. My schedule is an international schedule, so therefore LAX. Again, I don't know how true that is. Nobody can give you real answers, even when you speak to the airline themselves. Like, I mean, that's the other thing that's been frustrating about all this. You ask 10 different people, you get 10 different answers. And so you don't know what to chance. And you can't change your flight on the day of. So I can't afford to show up and just be like, yeah, no, I don't got no visa. And then they don't let me on. Then if at the very least I'm delayed, but they're not going to change it if I'm now at the day of. I appreciate that this ticket has been as flexible as it is. Appreciate Delta for that. I've never flown them even before, but you know, I just feel like there should have been something like, yeah, you black, you good. Give us some, just you show. There's a ways to something, you know. Um, Chocolate Rhythm Jedi was the first person who spoke to my soul. No one speaks like the Jedi. I come to the Jedi for confirmation. It just jumped that I'm not crazy. You're not crazy. Man, I'm deeply honored. I appreciate that. Red Dre, shout out to you and good. Thank you for being here. Didn't even get this notification. Just happened to type in your channel name and see you. Further proof of YouTube shadow banning selective people. Hello, Jedi. And it's interesting because they shouldn't be shadow banning this channel. Like, I haven't done nothing over here yet, and I've kept it kind of cute over here. You feel me? So, not really understanding. Um, but thanks for letting me know that. You feel me? Everybody make sure your bells are turned on. Go back and make sure that the subscribe, it says subscribed now, that it's not red and all that stuff. And just, like I say, we're never going to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel at this rate. you know I mean, I can't. Oh, also, somebody, I have to look at it. Let me finish this. um um Sweet D, I've been here since you've been doing show reviews. You go way back, D. Chocolate Rhythm, speaking with our Africans, we are not on the same page, and is very upsetting and some BS. I was gonna say this too, that I think that I still have some tricks up my sleeve as far as connections on the ground in Ghana. You know, um, I've got at least one, two, one, two, three, probably three other resources that I haven't tapped because they were just kind of last resort type thing. But I think I can tap these resources. That's going to be fine, you know. Um, where am I at? Chocolate. I think you can get there without your visa, but I understand not wanting to take that chance. You need an official letter from Ghana Embassy stating you need you do not need visa for flights here and there. Like I say, if I could get on, if I could get firm confirmation from some firm source, the pilot, goddamn, that said no, you totally don't. They're not going to ask you for your visa until you get to Ghana. I'd be on my way, bitch, because I feel like once I show up, you know, I just I just use me as my own ambassador. Look, I'm here. Y'all had this big your return. Woo woo. The words, the universe would give me the words. Please don't deny me entry. I don't see them putting me back on the plane and sending me back. I don't think I was ever worried about that. Just can I get out this bitch without it? You know. Um, that's Cheryl to Shiro. King, I just wanted to let you know I so appreciate you. And I appreciate you too, Queen. Karindo Sadiq. Salam alaikum. Countdown to Jedi going home. D Mike, shout out to you. Glad to see you. Peace and blessings, Jedi. Corindel, I'm so happy for you. I'm celebrating for you in my heart. Go forth and find peace and happiness. Allah, you know. And as I always say, and what I know to be true in my life is anything of great value requires great sacrifice, everybody. Like that's just gonna be true to the last day of the earth, you know. Um, it will be. Um, you know, I and even this has been cathartic for me because when I just said that to you a moment ago, it never crossed my mind until right just now when I said it, when I said to you, oh, they, if there's going to be a mandate, it's not going to happen like right then, given what we've seen, you know, there would at least be a couple days, if not, you know, maybe 30 days or something where we're going to get some kind of a, you know, like they're saying starting then there will be a mandate for vaccine for travel. Boom, evacuation. Done. Done. So I I have a backup plan, you know, that I don't know if I would have come to without all of you. You know, I mentioned Naldo and Kai, but there are many of you that I've spoken to, and just because I need to get out of my own head, you know, I need to hear something else other than me and receive inspiration from another source, you know, or either solidifying what I'm trying to do or a better way of doing what I'm trying to do or different, whatever it's going to be, just that, you know, because as I just, yeah, you know, but Kai was the last one that I spoke to. When did I speak to Kai? And I'm so grateful now in this regard because there were several times I went in to the Delta website and I was about to hit that button, but something just kept, no, don't hit it yet, Jedi. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. So I feel like I feel good about that, you know. Okay, how do I do here? Find how do I do this without calling Kai right now? uh I guess I just have to I can't go to the contacts. I have to go to recent and then just scroll. Was today Friday? When did I talk to Kai? Spoke with Kai on 3 days ago. It says 3 days ago. Yeah. So that would have been Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday-ish. Um, so I feel better, because I can like I'm willing to do whatever I got to do, but it definitely was going to be a lot more um a burden on me to, like I was telling you, even Shiro, one of the times that we were speaking, and I was telling, like, I know Ghana. I know Ghana as much as I can know without being there. Once I landed on Ghana as my country, I know it. I know it as if I lived there. I know Ghana. I know its history. I know its politics. I know how it's laid out. I'm familiar with, what the languages are, the food, the day-to-day life, major places and things like that. I know its economy. I know I stay up on its politics. I know all the latest projects that, we just got a new four-tier highway in Time. I watched my president commission it. There's a big ceremony and all that. I'm there, dude. Like, I mean, I could just go down the list for you. While I don't know anything to that degree, I don't know any of the other countries to that degree. It would have been a struggle, even if I'm just gonna go to any of these other countries. It's just like a hideout piece, just to figure out how to get to Ghana. And you know, um, so I think that I'm in the best predicament that I can be in right now. You know. Oh, by the way, not to mention, because I'm such a penny pincher, always. So just even also the idea of not getting my visa, then that's just money I would have saved. You know, it's not the biggest issue, but it matters in the bigger scheme of things. So I pray Allah that I have listened, and that this is indeed what Allah would have for me. You know, free will can be tricky, everybody. You know, free will can be tricky. And I am one of these people that I don't do anything unless I'm really sure about it. You know, you I wait on the universe for everything. But sometimes in moments of crisis and high stress like this, I feel like the signal can get a little murky and you're not really sure, you know? Um we good. Um, Chocolate Rhythm. I wonder how many Ghanaians have the yellow fever vaccine. I haven't been able to find a number of percentage. Like, what do you mean by that, Chocolate Rhythm? Um, like they live there, they don't need it, and nobody needs it, quite frankly. In fact, when I one of the things I learned when I began studying Ghana, one of the things I know about it is I did a whole thing on that, because anybody that's there will tell you that when it comes to yellow fever and malaria and stuff like that, it's just, if you're not, you just need to stay hydrated. If you're not, usually people that aren't hydrated, they don't drink enough water and things like that, then they're more susceptible. Like if you good, like they're not walking around with yellow fever. And that's usually something that the white devil has just put up to make it seem like, ooh, Africa's so dangerous. Ooh, nah, I never bought into that. I'm not worried about that. Nobody cares. Shiro, I appreciate you did peace with African leaders not believing the gay agenda. Oh yeah, if you all haven't seen that on the other channel, I needed to know and hear that. Just needed to mention that. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, you should see it, because I did it because I've been preaching that uh, homosexuality is anti-African. You know that before you get to how you feel about gay people and all that stuff, that's a separate issue. It's just, this is anti-African. It's not African. And so that piece, I bring you the video. It's all these African leaders proclaiming that. You know. Um, yes, I have my passport, Chocolate Rhythm. Listen, are you subscribed to this channel? You don't ask me any questions. This channel is all about my journey to Africa. Anything you want to know, you go and watch the videos. That's what it is. That's why I set up this channel, because I'm not going to spoon feed it to people that didn't have the maturity to come to this channel. This is just for the serious, those that are following my movement and interested in my journey. And so I expect you to be autonomous and be following. This is the 13th video. That's not a lot of videos to watch. And none of them are 3 and 4 hours long and stuff like that. They're just because they're informational. I'm telling you stuff. So go and watch. Go and watch. Because I show you how to get your passport. That's part of this, is I'm trying to to and this hasn't gone the way that I dreamed it, but I'm doing my very best so that I can show you what you need to do if you're trying to move to the continent or visit or whatever you're trying to do. You'll have the tools to do that. Corindo, looks like you only need a vaccination for yellow fever. Doesn't mention COVID-19. You don't need the yellow fever, and for the reasons I've stated, and then also because I already have a medical exemption from my doctor, and also the yellow fever is gelatin, which is a derivative of pork. I'm a Muslim. I can't have that. Um, Chocolate Rhythm. I am honestly thinking calling and or sending an email stating my life is in danger living in America as an African and that I need safety immediately. Also, I would show proof that they have agreed. Listen, um, that's not. I don't know. You may be saying that in just being funny, but I think there's something really there, Chocolate Rhythm, because the United Nations literally has years ago declared police brutality and the treatment of African people in this country as crimes against humanity, that they're human rights violations, seems we should be able to reach out to an African country and say we want asylum. You understand? And indeed, that would be one of the things I would say if I could just get on a plane, this bitch, and just show up there without a visa. I'd be like, look, I'm seeking asylum. Y'all see, I'm black. Y'all know what's going on in America. Like, I'm seeking asylum. You feel me? And I think I'd be successful if I could get on the plane, this bitch, without it. You know? And honestly, if I lived near the airport, I would have been drove to the airport and just walked in the airport and be like, yeah, I can get on the plane without my visa, can't I? Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I need to be like up close to it. Like, can this happen or not? I'm at the mercy of information, you know. LAX is like damn near 2 hours from me. And that depends on traffic, you know. Um, I'm honestly, oh, I read that. I was doing the research on the yellow fever because white people and the Ghana and pushing everyone. Yeah, forget that. We're over it. No, I am very serious, Jedi, about the that statement. Human rights violations for sure. Yeah, yeah. You know, and I think that that would be something I'd be interested in. Sometimes people just hadn't thought of it. Maybe they just hadn't thought of it. You know, maybe that's one of the areas I can affect once I'm on the continent. You know, because I'm still me, and um, I I'm I'm someone who's interested in the social fabric here as well as the politics. I definitely will still be that person. So, um, I would look to align myself with, other activists and groups that are there. And that's something I would like to bring to the attention of the powers that be. Look, y'all need to give us some sort of an asylum, you know, like we just declare that we, are oppressed, which is the truth, and you give us refuge, you know. We need that. And also, let's put something in place that if you're an African person with an American passport, that means you an African American and therefore you get a fucking visa or you just get in without a visa, because even Tony and Ao who are there, they're saying that they're there and they're having visa issues. They're there and they're having visa issues, like with renewing it and all that kind of stuff. It used to be they could just go to the border and turn around, come back through, and they stamp it, and you're good, you're done. But no, now you have to go some special place, and you got to wait in line, and you got to get a COVID test, and you got to pay for that, and they're like, we're really like not feeling this. In fact, I think they titled their video. I don't remember what the title was, but the byline was, they're making it hard for us to stay here. You know, like I can't, and I can't with my damn scarf. Why does it always do this right here? Right here, right here. Not here, not here, not here. No, no, right here. Oh, I was going to tell you guys about my trifling sister, and then we're going to be out. Yeah. Let's see. Grindel. Oh, okay, Jedi. That's good. I was searching on a Ghana site. You have been researching longer than me. Anything you want to know? Like once I landed on Ghana, dude, I have been, and while even after I landed on Ghana, I still keep up with the general politic on the continent. I'm going to know something about any country you're going to ask me about, but certainly anything you want to know about Ghana, I got you. I got you. Like I've been at this since like 2015. You feel me? I should have been gone. And if I was white or if I was gay and I didn't isolate white people, I wouldn't have just raised what I was asking for. It would have been way more than I asked for. So I would have had a lot of wiggle room, and I would have been maybe a month, if that, the money would have been raised. I started this fundraiser when I had 23,000 subscribers. I need you to really hear that. But a lot of people couldn't get off their ass. You understand? That's why I was even sharp with you, Chocolate Rhythm, because you may not be guilty of this, but I just still don't appreciate it. I'm still a little salty about all the people that didn't try to help me out. I could have been out of here, should have been out of here. And we barely came over the finish line thanks to Kai. I happened to, and we were still just under $800 from the goal. That was going to be at least another 5 years to raise that. I'm not being funny. It was probably going to be at least another 5 years to raise that $800 from you all. When I would sit here and say, if you're watching me on a device, I know you got 4 quarters. I had videos that would get 10,000 views. We should have had it. Everybody could have just gave $1. But one of the videos I said it was like 700 and some dollars, like $760, $780 or something. And I had bitched about it on that live stream yet again. And actually it came when I was on, but I didn't know it because sometimes people that follow me, they don't know I'm live and they're just reaching out to me. And so I seen something, but I was in a thought and I was focused on what I was doing. I was like, oh, it's Kai. Oh, I'll get to that, whatever. And it was whatever. And I realized till we were done, he sent me the rest of the damn money, or I'd still be sitting here saying, can you please give? Can you please? And I'm not the type of person that likes to ask anybody for anything anyway, because most of humanity is very selfish. Can't give you a fucking thumbs up when they're sitting right in front of you even. So why bother? That wore me out. That wore me out. That wore me out. That wore me out. So that's why I'm kind of curt when it comes to the topic. Like, I'm not spoon feeding anybody anything. I'm putting out the information and the work on this channel. Anything you want to know about my journey to Africa, this is where you find about it. You understand? Anything that you need clarity on, you need to go and watch my videos. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Because how many years did I go? And again, as I say, if I was white, if I was gay, if I didn't alienate white people, I would have my GoFundMe would have been way over the moon. Way over the moon. I should have been able to raise $100,000 if I wanted. But I'd be dead by the time that even happened. Because people just go right the fuck past you, and then they want the result. Those same motherfuckers didn't give me a single copper penny, are the same motherfuckers that come, Jedi, are you in Africa yet? Bitch, are you dead yet? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Let us be clear. That's how I feel. You see? And my queen, Shiro, should have had to give as much as she's given. I can name you the people, some of them, not all of them, that, but for them, it still wouldn't be a reality. It took people having to give multiple, over time. Just the other day, Evelyn, I wanted to shout Evelyn out for her donation to the Cash App, and somebody just sent something today, but I don't know the name because y'all have all these names. You have one name on my Jedi channel, then you use somebody else over here, then you use somebody else on Instagram, you somebody else on Facebook. I'm one person, I'm never going to remember you. If you don't tell me who you are, I don't know you. And so therefore, I don't know if I should call you out or not, but I'm just going to call this person out. I don't have no choice. You left me no choice. I want to thank Annie Scott, who donated $40 today. Appreciate you. And Evelyn was recently also Betsy, I think that's you. Wait, how can I know this? I mean, that looks like, I don't know. Eli Baby, um, Jessica Ferris, $8. You see what I'm saying? What did I used to say? I say there's no amount that's too big or too small. I was consistent. I say you just give what you can, just whatever you got, you give that. That's you give $1,000. Your $5 donation is the same to me as that $1,000 donation. They all add up, you know. But it was just a fucking struggle, dude. You know, I would like to have had a little bit more of a cushion, you know, but whatever. I'm just not. I'm just somebody that likes to. I'm not. I don't have a lot of energy to whip people into anything, you know, which is the perfect segue into my sister because, you know, I'm that way with everything in my life, you know, even when it comes to love and relationships, be it family, friends, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm somebody that gives my all to everything that has my name anywhere near it. And I told you guys about the whole thing with my sister and this damn Nigerian dude, you know, that she was wanting to marry and had already been penis whipped before she's not even touched the dude yet. And she's, you know, but you're willing to I've known you your whole damn life and you want to, what the fuck? You want to, I don't know what that was, y'all. I've known you your whole damn life and you want to, you've known this dude maybe 3 months and he's more important. Like there's nothing that would come between my relationship with my family or anyone that I love over somebody that I'm just getting to know or just barely knew. My whole dating life, I used to tell all of my girlfriends, you will never be as important to me as my family. Like that's what it is. So get into the family. That's why all my girlfriends were always family. You family. Because my loyalty is with my family. I will not choose you over them. I thought. And alas, I wouldn't. I didn't. But now, in retrospect, looking back, I could see where, because now I'm done with them, I don't even deal with them. I could see where there could be some situation where I'd be like, nah, I'm kind of don't feel y'all. Like, you ain't really worth it. You know, you have to be worthy of my loyalty because I give it. And this is what, so after our last blow up, in fact, it's on there. Fuck. I was reading it to Joseph either yesterday or the day before because it's all over the place. So he was like, now tell me again, like, what's going on with your sister? Anyways, I called her. We hadn't spoken since I don't know when. Uh, when did I get my passport, y'all? You know, somewhere around there. And is when the whole thing fell through as far as Nigeria. And I thought, well, I'll just give her some cooling off period. It's October, the bitch hasn't called me. So I figure, well, she must be mad. And so I call her up, not this past Monday, but the Monday before that. And I says, yeah, are you mad? No, I'm not mad. She's a fake bitch. And I use that so strongly because how are you going to be my sister and I'm such a convicted man? I tell you everything. Why you feel like you even have to lie to me? So you're just double disrespecting on, there's layers to your disrespect. But I'm not mad, fake bitch. You're lying. I go, well, because you haven't called me. When were we going to speak? Well, I thought you were still mad. I go, why would you think that? She says to me, because I had sent you Eid Mubarak back during Ramadan and you just said shukran. That's a whole answer. You're a lying whore is what it is. You see, I'm always supposed to be the trick pony, the one to perform. You understand? Like, I tell you my whole life, but you holding all these secrets. The bitch will get a brand new car, or not brand new, but she'll get a new car. And like during the the time I don't, it was during the whole debacle with the Nigerian dude. I don't remember. The bitch had got another car back in like 2019. That's a major thing that will come up when we're in conversation on the phone, even if you're not related to me. But I don't find out about it until this year. The secretive bitch. She will have moved jobs or whole new locations, and you can't tell your brother just when we are in the conversation on the phone. So I don't tell her shit. I just sit there. So what's going on? Nothing. I don't know what's going on with you. Nothing's going on with me. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So um she claims she's not marrying that dude that I told y'all about. I said, "Oh, okay." But I am still going to Nigeria. I go, "Really?" So it was what I said to you, what I knew to be the truth. She is mad and was mad. And the whole thing went south because they were kikiing and talking and texting and shit all day, every fucking day. The nigga couldn't call me at all. You understand? And then when I do finally talk to you, you can't give me the critical things that I need to make a decision about you. And then this bitch is calling, what did you say to him? So it was exactly what I suspected. You really didn't want me a part of the process. You're a fake Muslim, so I don't respect you as a Muslim. It makes me sick when her or my nephew greet me Salaam Alaikum. It makes me sick. I appreciate it when somebody who's not even Muslim who knows me offers it to me as a sign of respect of my way of life. You know, I appreciate that, you know, but coming from them, I don't want it. Don't greet me Salaam Alaikum. Just say hello. Or if they greet me Salaam Alaikum, I just say, oh, what's up? I don't give it back. You're not a Muslim. You're not. You're not even interested in righteousness. That's even more upsetting to me. So she claims there's this other guy who she had shown me pictures of back when she was, before she met this other disaster Nigerian dude who looks like Andre 3000. And she claims that that's the dude now that she's interested in, and she's marrying him. She says she's going to Nigeria in October. I go, well, who's going with you? Well, there's a sister that's supposed to go. The bitch is lying. She's lying. She's lying. And my nephew is not qualified to go because he's not a Muslim. I am second in line to the throne of my father. I am the one who is supposed to okay or not okay this. So you're just trying to leapfrog over me. And I asked her point blank, I said, so just tell me this, Asila. I said, remember that video I sent you? Because when I saw her getting hot way before, she takes me, she doesn't understand, as long she's known me her whole life, you don't understand. I'm five blocks ahead of you at all times. At all times. But I says, remember that video I sent you where the brothers did a whole talk about the Wali and how you run across sisters that really don't want the brother to really investigate the dude they interested in because they don't really want him to find nothing. I said, aren't you guilty of that? No, I'm not guilty of that because they never accept responsibility. They're never wrong, her and my nephew. He gets it from her. They are psychotic fucking people. I don't operate well in that space. I don't. I need you to come preloaded with some things. And if you don't, I don't care who you are, I can't with you. I can't. I can't. Even, I'll get to that. But, so I said, Wallahi. Wallahi. They'll say that in a minute. Because they're not giving a fuck about the last day. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. And this 3000 dude is married. Oh, he and his wife are going to meet me at the airport, and they've already, you know, and she's like a 6-year-old. She gets sice, we say back east. She gets sice over like the littlest thing, you feel me? size. It's very sad. It's very sad. And I'm just thinking, how the fuck are you going to be dealing with some Nigerian dude that's already got at least one wife? Who knows? Could be more. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The bitch could be lying about that too. And I'm your brother, and you've thrown away our relationship over some motherfucker you never met. How the fuck you think you're gonna take any direction from a Nigerian man who's supposed to be your husband in a culture where the women will tell you the man is the boss? They have no problem letting you know. And they will check you if you're trying to get out of line with your man. The women aren't having it. The man is the boss. She's never going to make it. I don't know what she's looking for in life, but one thing I know, and I've told you, and I prescribe for everybody that's ever going to be exposed to me, you only have one arc of life, everybody. There's only one time you're going to arc through this existence. And you can't let nobody drag on your wing that's not worthy of your time and your energy and your life force. Do you understand? I was rewatching Michael Jackson, Raheem of Allah, perform. It was, I think, at Clinton's first or second inauguration, doing the song that I did at my grandmother's funeral, Gone Too Soon. But it starts with, like a comet. I can't get up there because the walls are thin and I don't want the neighbors to hear me. Like a comet, blazing across the evening sky. Gone too soon. But just that it starts with that comet. Like a rainbow, fading in the twinkling of an eye. Gone too soon. And so on. But that comet, you know, that's how I think about life. Poof, a comet in time. That was you. That was your whole existence. Poof, a comet. Did you see it? We just saw a comet. Did you see it? Poof. You see, that's how I think about my existence. And I need to make a bright ray as I streak across this time and place. I want to be remembered, but I also want to make and leave a mark. Like I was telling Kai, you can do anything, man. He has a son. I've had the glorious honor of meeting his little son. And what a beautiful thing it is to be celebrated. You know, like, do nothing else. This little man testifies to your existence and who you are. That's huge for a man, you know. And so when you think of things, concepts like that, then hopefully you understand more clearly what I'm trying to express to you. Like, I don't have time for my sister or anybody else that's just full of shit. I don't have time for it. I can't, you know. My responsibility is to the divine. When this woman, oh, I'm gonna fail. When I stood at this woman's casket, I hope you guys can see. That's my grandma. When I stood at her casket, being held up, all that would come out of my mouth is, I promise you I'll get there. That's the only thing that would come out. So it's not just, it's most clearly, let us be clear, about being pleasing to the one who created me, living a life that is pleasing to Allah, that He will grant me mercy on the great day and let me into paradise. But it's also my promise my eternal promise to this woman. Do you understand? Life is, I see life different than most people. You know, I'm not living for this life. And while I'm here, I'm trying to do as much good as I can. But, you know, my skin has been weathered over the years by people and energies that, and my cup has been tested, and I don't have it anymore. I'm not willing to. Not willing. Not willing. I know what I possess. I know what I'm capable of pouring out. And anybody that wants access to that is going to have to come and knock hard on the door and show themselves worthy. And I will pour out all my goodness upon you. But all this just giving a fuck about and giving a fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't have enough time. You understand? As my comet goes across this place in time, I don't have time, and you don't either. You don't have it. You don't have it. You don't have it. So I did what I was supposed to do. And Allah knows. So she can take her bitch ass and marry Sasquatch or a pterodactyl for all I care. I could have been there, would have been there, but you don't want me there. Because you really don't want to be a Muslim some kind of way. You want to feel like you're a Muslim, but you really just kind of, so you want to toe in and a toe out. Islam does not work that way. Either does the divine. You either are or you are not. It is do or do not. There is no in between. There is no try. So, you know, you're just willing to be with this dude because he fucking looks like Andre 3000. I said, still going to DC to, you're still gonna have to go to DC to get the visa. At first, her reason for the whole process ending, well, I'm just over that. I'm over the whole trying having to go to DC. I'm just over it. You weren't, bitch. But how thirsty of a bitch are you going to look like, and an embarrassment to me and your father, that you're going to make an international flight for some man without a man escorting you? Thirsty bitch. And you deserve whatever you get. You haven't vetted him. I know you, so I know how you are, and you haven't vetted him. You haven't done that. So when you get there and you find out, because you didn't listen to your brother, who one of my very closest friends happens to be a Nigerian man with a wife and family and children in Nigeria as I speak to you now, who has said to me, who is someone who has my heart and wants only the best for me, who I have mutual respect for and honor, said to me, out of love and care for me and you as an extension of me, be careful, brother, because in Nigeria, we learn about Islam. We learn the Quran, we learn these things because we all know Muslims. So it's very easy for these guys to go on a Muslim dating site and present themselves as Muslim, but they are not Muslim. That would be something you want to know. Instead, why are you telling people my business? I didn't tell people your business, bitch. I'm fact finding. This is what I was dealing with. So fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. I don't give a fuck. I can't. I don't. I won't. I can't. There was something else I was going to share with you in that. Anyway, so just they're over and I'm over it, you know. And when we spoke, whatever that Monday, and she faked her way through the whole entire phone call. Um, you know, and so don't think now you're gonna get married to this dude, and then you don't call me and be like, "Did you want to talk to so and so?" I don't need to. I don't need to. I wasn't at the wedding. You didn't want me to be there. So obviously you didn't want me to know who he was. So why should I talk to him now? He will never hear the sound of my voice unless he watches a YouTube video or hears it on a recording. He will never have the privilege of hearing my vibration. Won't happen. Don't need to because it's a waste of my time. And I don't waste time on the earth. I don't waste time. You don't have it to waste. Time is very precious. I always tell you all, don't waste it. Don't waste it, and don't allow anybody else to waste your time. You see, um, um, Shiro. That this may sound cliche. The movie The Color Purple. Nettie went to Africa, found her niece and nephew, learned her native tongue, and was so incredibly happy. Must have been a sign. I don't think it's cliche. Um, Red Dre, I've been here for so long, I feel like I know Jedi's trifling sister personally. There you go, Red Dre. Allison Bleb, haven't seen your name in a while. What's up, Allison? I've donated too. Alhamdulillah. Like I say, I don't remember. I don't. There's no way I know everybody, but I have a sense of. And somewhere on my email, I remember I started a folder for donations, so I could just kind of keep names as much as I could. And because at some point when I'm in Africa, I wanted to at some point to be able to sit down while when I'm thanking everybody. Those are the people whose names I want to read. Like they deserve that. That's what this channel is about. People who support me and root me on and are interested. I don't want no looky loos here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just not here. This is for people who have donated to me, who will donate to me, who are interested, who understood the seriousness and who watched when I first started laying this whole thing out, why what led me to this, why I feel this calling to move to Africa, just the whole gamut. This is what this is for. That's who this is for. That's who this is for. That's who this is for because and those are the ones who will um, follow my blueprint, and maybe if they don't stay, they'll eventually maybe they will end up at least take a trip to Africa at some point because of me. You understand? And that matters. That matters. I've said to you the whole time, this trip is not just about me. It's about us. And I know I'm not going to be able to get everybody to come to Africa. I wish I could, but I sit here, I can't even get everybody to thumbs up. So you think I'm going to get people to come to Africa? I doubt it. But alas, there will be some. You understand? Several people have become Muslim over the years because of me. You understand? May Allah give me favor for that on the great day of judgment, inshallah. I know that I have had impact on people's lives in different ways. I'm deeply honored by that. This is another extension of that. That I think that I can show Africa, certainly Ghana, once I've been there for a while, once I'll know when I can branch out to like, what's his name? Wodi Maya. He goes to, and he's not the only one. There's several African YouTubers. They go to all kinds of countries in Africa, but they're huge because their people actually support them. They thumbs up, they donate, they do stuff. They follow it. So, ain't nothing like what I have going on. Nothing. They actually have real people. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Anyway, uh, but certainly I don't think that even in some of the good work that I do see, I think I can contribute something a little bit better, you know? just with my own uniquity. I can add something, you know. Other if I didn't think I could do that, I would just say, you just watch so and so because they. But I know I have something. I know me. So I feel like I can offer something, um, and a point of view that I'm not seeing. Just like when I came to YouTube, I didn't hear my voice. I feel like I have something to say that I'm not going to hear if I don't say it. It's very important. Um, to be continued, Allison. She's a disaster. Ridge Ray, Jedi, you're so damn cute. The change dropping sound was Cash App going off. I never heard that. I guess it was on this phone. All right, I'll check it in a second. And thank you, or as we say in Arabic, Jazakallah khair. Um, unless you turn it off anytime someone donates, it'll make that change. It's never done that. Like, I've never heard that. And when people, I'll get like an email or something, or not an email, a text from Cash App, but that I never heard. I don't know what I even thought that was. I don't know. Um, but thank you, Red Dre, and thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Um, she will be the first to tell you I don't think I'm all that, but it's in the eyes of the beholder, so that's fine. What I do try to do is I try to present myself in a way that makes you all proud, that I don't miss, that I don't embarrass the culture. So I don't have to be a model, but I should at least try to um, be at my personal best when I present myself to the public as an example, but also as a representative and an ambassador and all those things for us, you know. Red Dre Jedi, this is Sweet D says, wow, Red Dre Jedi, this is exactly why we need more private spaces we can contact you on because I'm going through something so similar to your situation with your sister. Family can be your biggest letdown. And anybody that speaks to me personally will tell you, listen, all you got to do is go to Instagram. You can um, DM me, leave your information. I talk to people all the time. You understand? Shiro's here. We'll get on the phone. We'll be on the phone for hours at a time, just connecting and loving and having family and connection. I love that. So any of you all that have not spoken to me, you just haven't tried hard enough. I make myself available, you know, and I'm a good listener. And I appreciate when y'all speak because you hear and see me all the time. So I'm happy to hear you. And if there's anything I can help you, I'm happy to do that. You just have to leave your information over on okay. Over because that's the best way to leave it privately, is on direct message me. And hopefully you're the same person on Instagram because I won't know, like Betsy at least has the same picture. So sometimes there's been times when I don't see the name, I don't recognize the name or something like that, but I know that's Betsy, so it's nothing. So you know, you need to have something that I know is you, and then I'll make time. I'm happy to do that. I'll be honored, and whatever I can offer, I'll do that. Um, Chocolate Rhythm, I have donated under a different name. Okay, I appreciate you, Chocolate Rhythm. Um, anybody's ever given me a upper penny, it's the same. I appreciate you so much. You understand? I do. And if you're one of those people that has not gone past me, that you helped me out, just know that I'm not ranting at you when I'm indicting and condemning those who did. Because it's not just about, it's a sad state of affairs. It's not just about me. I've told the story often about how Rel C, Allahu Akbar, I never could remember his name. Rel C, when I had my big channel, um, mainly followed me for my show reviews, and then he got into my other stuff. But um, we had an online connection. You know, that was our way of we knew each other. And he was in film school, and he was one of my faithful followers. When he graduated film school, I was telling about, you know, celebrate him and stuff like that. And then he was trying to raise money for his first project. And the same way that I bitched, and you've seen me bitch about me, you would have thought I was raising the money for myself, because that's the same thing I did for real. Because it's the principle of it. It's not even really about the money or me. It's about, damn, we can do this, and we won't. It's a whole, it's a principle. It's can we be united on anything? So it's all of that that you hear coming. You see, it's that, and the fact that I needed it, and people weren't, you know, and I had enough people, and with one video I would have, you know, I've got videos that are, I've got an R. Kelly video that I think is 20 something thousand views. And again, we'll just do this real quick. First, let me finish these because I think I was almost done. Corindo, that's to Ridge Ray. But you definitely reach out to me though. And Chocolate Rhythm, weren't you the other one that was saying you need to speak with me directly? Um, just leave y'all information. I promise you, I make time for people. Um, you know, and in these last weeks, I've been so consumed. But one day I was fixing, was I fixing oxtails, Queen? I don't know. Anyways, and I just thought, well, that's how you micromanage. Like, I'm busy, but right now I'm actually cooking. I could just call Shiro right now. I could do it. You know, and sometimes I do things like that. I got some time, I go, I could call somebody right now that I needed to call or wanted to call or whatever. You know, so I make time. You know, I can't put any more on it than that. Cheryl, you are all that. Laugh out loud. But no, but you really are. I wasn't expecting that. Ridge Ray, I don't have an Instagram, but I'm definitely creating one tonight. I try to limit my social media. Me too. And I only set up Instagram because people could send me stuff privately. Oh, if you have a Facebook, I'm on Facebook. I have a few hundred followers on Facebook. Uh, I don't remember my name on Facebook though. Remember. Um, but tell me first, do you have a Facebook? Tell me that. Um, that's Corindle to Ridge Ray. Family can be so toxic. Yeah, I've done whole pieces on that. Um, wait. Oh, okay. Talkative introvert. I like that. Hat. Not really sure what that means. Ridge Ray to Corindle. Talkative hat. Another emoji. Let's keep an eye on talkative. Um, Chocolate Rhythm, you say you messaged me on Instagram. Okay, fine. I will manage some time in tomorrow. Maybe even tonight because I'm usually up. Like when we get off, I'm gonna relax. I have to come down. At some point, I try if I can. I usually try and watch my stream back as soon as I can because maybe I said something wrong. I misstated something. I have to always I always watch my videos back for mistakes. You know, like just I do that. Um, Shiro looked so delicious. So it was oxtails. Yeah, I was fixing oxtails. Red Dre, no Facebook, no Facebook Jedi. Is your name just the Jedi on Insta? Yeah, it's the Jedi 1814. It's the same as my Cash App. Okay. Uh, but it really is the Jedi 1814. The Jedi, because that's me. 1814, because my wife, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation 1814. Um, no numbers or symbols attached. Yeah, so the Jedi 1814. Just want to make sure I don't inbox wrong person. And you see, oh, we're on this channel, but you probably are used to my red icon on my Jedi channel. This, you see that symbol? You'll see that on my Instagram. That's Arabic. It says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Talkative introvert says my bad. Chocolate rhythm, the Jedi 1814. I don't think it's capitalized, but I don't think it matters. But that's what it is, the Jedi 1814. And I guess you're at. Oh no, you Chocolate rhythm put that for Red Dre, I think. And then Red Dre said, okay, okay. So yeah, what else was I gonna do? I said I would show you. Let me finish the comments. There was one other thing I was supposed to do. Oh, I said I would check the Cash App. I feel like that wasn't what I was supposed to do. It was something else. Because I felt like I was reaching for this phone for some reason. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna land. Um, that must be from Shiro earlier. Um, so yeah, it did. It gave me two for some reason. It gave me the text that I would normally get, and I guess this other thing. Maybe it's somehow how you sent it. I don't know. But thank you for your $20 donation. Um, I'm confused already again because the name. See how I am? Who was that? Was that Red Dre? Yeah, that was Red Dre. Okay, so your name is something else. I won't say it. You don't want me if you don't want me to say it. Um, I'm sending you a heart, and thank you so much. And by the way, Red Dre, and everybody else, just so you know, because I've spoken about this before, I want you to know that the value of what you just gave. So that's $100 that you just gave me. You see, because it fluctuates all the time, but it's at least um the 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 American dollar is 5 times the Ghanaian dollar, which is known as a CD. So 5 times 20, that's $100. So a little bit goes a long way. Um, you need to be, I need people to be mindful of that. So people that I literally have people that are giving me $1. Well, that's $5 in Ghana. You feel me? It all matters. Now it's bullshit on this side, but it it's it's more effective on the other end. But it all matters because you can get taken advantage of, and there's, it's people, they see you, they hear you're American, and then suddenly prices change and all these types of things. I think that I have some things that are built in that will um, not make me impervious to that, but will kind of give me a leg up. Because if you notice, and I will say this um, very confidently, anybody that follows my journey, I promise you, I'm the only Muslim that's doing this. So my experience is necessarily going to be different than anybody else that's out there doing anything or will do anything that's not Muslim. That's just what it is. There's no Muslim perspective out there at all, you know. And there's some good people out there, doing that have done some good work that have helped and continue to help me. Quite frankly, my education doesn't end, um, but I've been frustrated by the fact that I don't see any Muslims at all, at all, none. And the one fucker, which I don't even think he's Muslim, that I told you all that I contacted in Gambia, he's an American. Niggas ain't no matter where. That's just what it is. Because if you were a Muslim, then this would should have gone way different, way different, and it didn't. You know, I I have a full Arabic name. I'm Muslim. I'm the way that I'm communicating with him. Anybody that's Muslim knows. Oh, that dude is totally a Muslim. There's no question. So that should have put him on notice. This isn't like, your man's in them from Long Beach or something hitting you up. This is a Muslim. It should have been different. It was supposed to be different, and it wasn't. I don't know what he's got going on, and nobody's perfect, and I get that. But I was very clear about why I was reaching out to you. So maybe you just tried to act dumb because you didn't really want the responsibility of trying to assist me in any type of way. That's the first time I thought about that angle of it, as I just said it to you right now. Let's act stupid so I don't have the responsibility. But Allah knows. Allah knows. Allah knows. As my grandmama used to say, the Lord is looking and he don't never bat his eye. So he knew. It's fine. It's fine. But if it's the will of Allah, someday I will get to Gambia. And because I learned a long time ago, it's a very small world. I'll tell you this as we go, everybody, on that point. There was my sister that died a few months ago of COVID. When we were in high school, there was this guy that she liked. She always liked these gay dudes. This guy was James Watkins. He's gay, dude. No shade, he gay. There was somebody else. Terrence Cummins, who talked like this, and everything's this, and she just thought he was everything. I'm like, you don't see this dude as gay? Like, are you serious? Desperate bitch. But to the point of James Watkins, of it being a small world, and why I will probably run into this dude either in Gambia or someplace else, and then he'll see my face. I've had it happen to me too many times in my life. The world is a small place, everybody. And she liked James Watkins. And he wore these, I feel like they were supposed to be cowboy boots, but I thought he wore them like he wanted to wear heels. It'll just be in the book. But my first roommate, that when I was in college, my first time I moved out, my first roommate Ronnie was Christian, and so the church he went to, Ronnie played the bass, and James was, I don't know what he did in the choir. I don't know if he sang. Did he play piano? I don't know what he did. I don't remember, but he was somehow involved with the choir. It's been too long. And so Ron knew him. I can't say they were close, but they were friends. Well, fast forward. I'm in Atlanta, and my friend Renee, when I had said that I've been telling everybody, I had been trying to meet Jimmy Locust. The universe told me you have to meet Jimmy Locust. You have to meet Jimmy Locust. Jimmy Locust danced with my wife in for the Rhythm Nation project. Um, he he's in the Rhythm Nation project. He's in Miss You Much. He's in Rhythm Nation. He didn't tour. Was Jimmy on tour? I can't remember, but he's definitely in the videos. Jimmy is this little short guy, looks like a little kid. If you watch, you see him in everything, but if you see him in Rhythm Nation, but if you still don't know who he is, if you see Miss You Much, there's at the beginning of the video when Janet comes in and they're playing pool and they're like, Janet, where you been at? And she goes, y'all so nosy, just getting in folks' business. Then Jimmy, little short guy, he looks like a little kid, but he's not a kid, he's a grown ass man. He has these like Dwayne Wayne glasses, kind of. And he goes, this is his line, so you'll know who it is when you see him. We have somebody very special. That's Jimmy Locust. The universe had told me you have to meet him. I don't know why. And when I was still here in Los Angeles, I was trying to find Jimmy. I was supposed to meet him. I was supposed to meet him. And I don't know why. I'd already met Paula. I met Aurora. I knew Tina Landon personally. Like, I don't know why I was supposed to. Anyway, so now I'm in Atlanta. And my friend Renee says to me, there's this club that we go to. She said, wait, she goes, Jedi, didn't you say it was this little guy, Jimmy, that danced with Janet Jackson? I go, yeah, Jimmy Locust. She goes, he be at this club we go to on Wednesday nights. I said, you have to take me to this place. So apparently this night the club is questionable, but I mention it because there was James Watkins in Atlanta hugged up. Okay, I'm overstating it. He wasn't hugged up, but damn it, he was hugged up. Anyways, what are the odds that, like, we from California? Well, I'm not from California, but I'm saying I knew him from living in California, and now I'm seeing him in Atlanta. Like, what are the odds of that? You know, I've done that before. I've been places and people that you go, there's no way I should even be seeing you here, and there you are. I was at my God, I was at a premiere, and one of my buddies back in Maryland looks just like Shamar Moore. Like, I think I knew him before I knew who Shamar was. I don't know who I knew first, but they look identical. And that's in Maryland, and poof, there he was in Los Angeles. You know, so it's a small world, everybody. Damn it, it's a small world. You know, the world is a very small place. So I could definitely see myself running into this dude who wasn't trying to help me. You know, in the Gambia, and then pouring out my wrath upon him, because I just don't like when people just can't come through and say what they want to say. I'm not somebody who holds my tongue, so you don't hold your tongue. You feel me? If you don't want to help me, you just say, look, man, I don't really feel like it. Well, just whatever your reason is, whatever your truth is, I'm happy to hear that. Like, no problem. You know, that's fine. You're grown. You could do whatever you want. But I just don't like when people feel like they need to dodge and duck and shit. Like that's just not. I'm not really feeling that at all. Okay, I think that's everybody, right? I did that. I did that. King, what is the temp at night in Ghana? Would you know that? It's much like it is here. Um, well, I won't say that, because you know, where I live in California is not Los Angeles, and so it can be hot during the day, and you could need a coat at night sometimes, depending on the time of the year. So it's mild depending on the season. Like, for instance, October to March is the mild season in Ghana. Like, so that's where it's the mildest. It's not like, it's not as hot. It's not the rain season and things like that. So it's really kind of the best time. And that was really one of the other things that when I changed my trip from Nigeria back to Ghana, that's one of the reasons why I had landed on October. You know, I was trying to figure out, well, when, you know, and that wallahi, that was one of the reasons why I picked October, because I thought, well, October to March is the is the mild season, and as it stands now, I'm arriving in March. I say I'm arriving before that, but whatever. But isn't it interesting that it's from October to March, and I went from October to March, so it's getting a little spooky right now. A little spooky. Woo. Uh, so mild depending on the season, but Ghana is kind of like now my best friend lives in Florida and I live in California. California is a lot Florida is a lot like California, but they have more humidity. So it's like if you could have California and a little bit of Florida without the earthquakes of California, it would be perfect. That's Ghana. She wrote, or Sweet D just looked at the beginning of the Janet Jackson video. That's that's little dude. Yeah. And I should go on to tell you, if you never heard the story, Sweet D, um, that I did meet Jimmy and I almost blew it because sure enough, as Renee said, he was there. I saw him immediately. His back was to me. And I went up and I said, "Excuse me, Jimmy." And he turns around and he goes, "Yes, can I help you?" And I go, "I miss you much. Oh, I miss you much." And I went into the hole and he just went like dead ass. He goes, "Don't do that." I was trying to impress him. Apparently, he and Janet had some falling out that didn't go well. So that's fine. But it turned out to be fantastic because he could not have been nicer. And it just so happened that night that I met him, his birthday was coming up either that weekend or the following weekend, like just in the next few days, literally. He got my information so that he could send me a laminate. Like when you go to special events, you gotta have that laminate around your neck. He sent me one of those. It was velvet rope and paparazzi. It was the Atlanta Hawks because it was his birthday. It was in uh, Ponce de Leon in in at a place called Catfish Station in Atlanta. And ironically, right next door, Patty or Gladys Knight's bitch ass has a chicken and waffles place. But anyways, and it was velvet rope. But now, at this time, Jimmy is now the choreographer for the Atlanta Hawks dance team and the Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders. So all the big people are there, and I'm there. Understand? And it could not have been more fantastic. It was such a blast. He invited me, like, again, the whisper, everybody. I was still living in California. I had no dreams or any reason, didn't know nobody in Atlanta. I have no reason to be going to Atlanta. But the whisper already started telling me, you're going to move to Atlanta. You're going to move to Atlanta. You're moving to Atlanta. And I started telling people, I'm moving to Atlanta. And first thing they say is, you don't know nobody in Atlanta. I know, but I'm supposed to be moving to Atlanta. And voila, I ended up moving to Atlanta through a series of other events that would just blow your hair off. And now I'm meeting Jimmy Locust, who I was trying to find in Los Angeles because the universe had told me you're supposed to meet Jimmy Locust. Now I'm meeting him in Atlanta, and he couldn't have been nicer, and he's inviting me to his birthday party, a big soiree, you know. And I went to the after party, thank you very much, which was at like this other place, and it was like I can't describe it, y'all, but the walls are brick. It's like the brick with lowered, like the floors were levels and wood, like hardwood floors. How the furniture was laid out. I still don't know what we're in. I still don't know. It was nice, man. It wasn't a house. It was like it felt more like a gallery or something. I don't know. But wallahi, I'm sitting on like what was a chaise lounge, and just feeling like, yeah, this is the spot. Wallah, this brother comes and sits down, puts the little attache case on the fucking table, opens it up. There's a mirror, and he starts lining up the lines of cocaine. It was like out of a movie. And of course, he offered me some, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Thank you. But yeah, it was wonderful, man. It was wonderful. Yeah, I met Jimmy Locust. I met Jimmy Locust, and he could not have been nicer to me. And I forgot to tell. Voila, this is the last story I'm telling. Shiro, when we were talking, I forgot to tell you about the time I met Genuine. I met Genuine 3 times, and Genuine owes me money right now because he threw water on me. First time I met Genuine was in downtown DC. Um, I was on lunch. There was this bookstore that was right near the law firm I worked at. And there was a big ass tour bus, and it had a big, the bus was wrapped. It had a picture of Genuine on the side of it. So I just went, oh, I think I'll just go over and meet Genuine then. You know, this is DC, downtown DC. Wallahi, there was nobody around everybody. There wasn't like, oh my God, there's people on the sidewalk, and there was nobody. Nobody. And he came off the bus. One of his security guards came off the bus first, and all hunched behind the security guard, like as if he's Michael Jackson being rushed across the sidewalk with 80,000 people trying to get a glimpse of him. It was comedy, dude. I'm like, this is what? Like, nobody is even checking for you at all. I can't. But that's not the first time I met him because I recognized him not as Genuine. I didn't even know he was even a singer. How I recognized him because a lot of dance clubs back, like back on the East Coast and down south and stuff, like, at least here in California, what I understand is, if there's going to be female strippers, then it's men's night. If it's going to be male strippers, then it's women's night. But they'll have male and female strippers in one venue. Damn it. So that's how I knew Genuine. I saw him as a stripper to his song Pony. That's how I knew him. Wait. That's why I even knew the song. That's why I heard it, because I saw him. So when I seen him, I'm like, that's that stripper dude. That's how unsophisticated I was, or you know how little I knew. And I'm like, oh, you're a singer too, man? You know. And I mean, he was cool, but it was just awkward how I knew him and what context he was in and stuff like that. Then the next time was right before I left, coming back out to California. I can't remember the name of this fucking club, y'all. I feel like it's on New York and Georgia Avenue or something. Me and Joseph were talking about it. I just can't remember, but this place is really fancy. It's like $25 to get in, and they have really big people. And this particular night, my car got broken into. They didn't take anything. They broke into my Princess for what? I don't want to get worked up over that. But anyway, um, so and it's a big place, and so when they have somebody big there, you can just stand right there. Like there's no like, oh, you have to have a ticket and you can't be in certain areas. So I'm right at the stage. That's just where we were standing. The place was packed. And at one point he started doing this thing with the water bottle. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What? Niggas is out here too. Like, ooh, you know. So was a little salty about that. Um, and the red shirt that I was wearing, he saw. So he tried to, oh man, my bad. I'm like, but I'm saying like there's men in the audience too. I get you doing your thing for the females, but you know, like, let me buy you a drink. I don't drink. So that was the second time I met Genuine. The third time I met him was the second Arsenio Hall show. Um, some of my people had come out here from Maryland to me, and I took them to Arsenio, and Genuine was on there with Tank and Tyrese. I think it's Tank, Tyrese, and Genuine. Yeah, because even when the show aired, you could see when Tank comes right up to me, he comes up the thing where me and my folks was at, and Tank is right there. You could see me right there on television, you know. And but there was Genuine again, so it's like this weird thing. Like I keep running into him, he's a nice guy though. So I meant to share that. So we're all gonna get some sleep now, everybody. I just want to say, um, thank you guys all who came, and like I said, there's no way to really, no matter when I would have done this, there's no way I would have been able to. Like I wanted everybody that follows me on this channel to be able to be present for this update. It's not possible. What is on this channel? I think it started and stopped again. Positive is usually on this channel. I usually get my views usually match my subscriber count. So I feel like my people that are following me over here are keeping up with my work. That matters. Otherwise, there'd be no need for me to do it. Um. Anyways, so again, thank you guys that did come this hour. I appreciate you. Depending on time management, and also you ladies that said you needed to speak with me, I'm gonna get your information. I'll look it up on my Instagram, and I will reach out to you at some point tomorrow. I don't want to nail down a time, and I don't know where you all are in the country, so we'll just kind of play with that. And I just need to manage my time over the weekend, type thing. So, um, yeah. And thank you to everybody who has made this journey possible for me, you guys. It took a long time to get here, but I am eternally grateful for every single one of you who cared enough, who think enough of me to believe in me and see and want this for me. I'm deeply honored, you know? I'm deeply honored and eternally grateful. Eternally grateful. And I say again, because I don't say it often enough, when I'm ranting, you know who you are. You know that you've been down with me. You know you've supported me. Then I'm not speaking to you when I'm ranting at the folks that didn't. But I need to pause and say and recognize those people who did help me to get to where I'm at, you know, and um, those who still continue to support me. I'm deeply honored. I'm deeply honored. So I'll be clear about that. So if it's the will of Allah, we will see each other over the weekend, you guys. Again, it's just going to be about time management. Um, but um, and if so, it'll be on the other channel because I did have some things that I wanted to get into over there. I haven't had my say on R. Kelly. I made some notes of the things. There's uh, I can't remember. Don Lemon's bitch ass is up on sexual assault charges, as is Chris Cuomo. Appreciate that. That's a positive thing. We love that. We love that. Uh, and there's a few things, y'all. Like I said, I've made some notes, speaking little vignettes to myself, just in the moment. Here's something that came to me one day. Even I put, in fact, I put in all dark capitals. Life is fair. People just don't care. That began the thought, and then after that, the it started coming to me. Just start putting every foreign leader and every foreign journalist should ask. Oh, I must have put that after the revelation because I know what it has to. Why don't paper reparations? That came after. Okay, this is what came after that. Um, how is there hunger and malnutrition in a society that has obesity at the same time? How is there poverty in a society where there's excess wealth? How is there homeless in the same society where there are mansions and people owning multiple homes? Islam says that wealth must be shared, so there's no poverty, you know? And then there was some quote by somebody that I don't know that says when plunder becomes a way of life for groups of men living together in society, they create for themselves in the course of time a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. I love that. I love that. I also didn't have my say on the little pixie when he went up to Breakfast Club. It's old, but I haven't spoken on it, so it's new. When he said, fuck your kids, you know, while you're spraying this poison. And he looks like fucking Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate. The Eddie Murphy character that did that, he looks just the. In fact, is it on this phone? Somebody else brought it to my attention, and I'm like, that is the fucking Sexual Chocolate dude. The same hair and everything, everybody. Like, the Sexual Chocolate dude. Somebody was what do you call it, trolling him and he didn't know it, or punking him. We call it setting you up. He looked set up. He looked so set up. Let me just see if it's in screenshots. If it's on, Allahu Akbar. Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate. Say I'm lying. What's the dude's name? Um, Randy something. Eddie Murphy character that says Sexual Chocolate. Come on, bitch. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. And where's the pixie? Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. I can't with this dude. I can't. Anyways. You, the individual, I leave you with this. I illustrated very clearly and concisely our shortcomings. Over the years, I've done this. But again tonight, I illustrated to you the lack of unity and cooperation amongst our people, everybody. I need you, the individual watching me, that because you're exposed to the Jedi, that you will not be of that ilk. That you will not be of that ilk. That you will be the change that we can be. Let's break the cycle. Let's break the cycle because it is possible. I love you all. That's from my heart. You have to know that. I'll see you soon.